22 minutes past 10 on ABC Ballarat and ABC South West Victoria. And I know this irritates some of you, but Halloween is this Saturday and you could choose to ignore it and you'd be justified this year. You can use any number of excuses not to be involved at all. If you are involved, you're going to have to be careful if you're doing some of the more traditional stuff, and maybe this is a year not to do that. But the other thing you could do is embrace it in a way that is safe. I suspect I know which camp our next guest is in. Jessica Van Herk is a performer with Dizzy Productions and will be busy on Saturday night, not necessarily going around the neighbourhood. Good morning, Jessica.
Hello, Gavin. Good morning.
Now, you're not going around the neighbourhood, are you, on Saturday night? Huh?
No, as beautiful as a night it would be, no, I'm not going out. I'm actually going to be staying in. I'm going to be performing in a show.
So, what are you going to be doing if you're not going to be dressing up and wandering around the neighbourhood?
Well, I'm going to be at home on a Zoom performance called The Blackness of Terror. So that's very exciting.
So Halloween, generally speaking, what do you think of it? We've had a few text messages I've noticed from, obviously they're talking about this maybe in Bendigo or something similar, and a lot of people, not fans, don't want to have anything to do with it this year or any other year. How about you? How do you feel about Halloween?
I really love Halloween. Halloween's a fun holiday, and when you think back to its roots, it's really fun, and the history in it is really exciting.
So you don't mind being scared or weirded out?
No. See, I'm not one to watch horror movies, but I actually really do like Halloween. It doesn't have to be a scary thing. It can be whatever you take it as.
You don't watch horror movies, and yet the name of this play, maybe it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, Blackness of Terror sounds like it could be a B-grade horror movie. So what is it? Explain what you're up to this Saturday evening.
So we're going to be holding a free Zoom performance online, so you'll be able to watch it from your couch at home. So The Blackness of Terror is an old Victorian-era play. It was originally a radio play, and we've created it to be a Zoom play, so that's very exciting. We don't see many of those, so that's going to be new. And we have a lovely cast who will be playing each character. We've sort of Halloweened it up, so it's going to be very exciting. It's like old school horror, not new school horror.
Right, so it's not one of those ones they call them a cut or a slasher flick or anything like that.
No.
Good, because they terrify me. So who are you? Who are you within this Blackness of Terror?
I'm going to be playing the character of Marlene. She's a young, early Victorian-era woman who's been sheltered from the world by her father. She grew up on the Blue Acres estate, and now she's only discovering its mystery.
I just noticed you said, by my father. You're already slipping into character there.
Yes. As an actor, sometimes you do slip into your character at times.
I was going to ask about this because dressing up, role play, and presumably with a Zoom performance there will be some dressing up, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so how much is being an actor like having Halloween every other weekend?
Oh, it's so much fun. We have so many dress rehearsals, so we get to dress up constantly for that, make our costumes and makeup better. So we don't find out on the night if something's not working. We'll find out then, and we get to be many different characters.
A text message come through about Halloween in general, and I've been saying that care is required. This isn't a regular year with regard to Halloween trick-or-treating, so I will mention this. Catherine sent through this text message. The DHHS has guidelines on how to go trick-or-treating within the rules. And Catherine was wondering, I wonder how many youngsters will be out and about. I live in hope that they will, says Catherine. And I certainly hope so as well, because it's a fun thing. But please, if you're thinking of doing this, take care. I guess the alternative, and this is completely COVID safe, would be actually watching, I don't know, just pulling something out of my head, a Zoom production at home. That might be quite safe. So the plot, and I know you don't want to give away spoilers, but the plot, generally speaking, if someone was watching The Blackness of Terror, what would they be seeing? What's the story?
They'll be seeing the history of the life of Marlene and its characters, and sort of bringing that history into this new mystery. And they're rediscovering some of it. And I don't want to spoil it, but it's got a great ending.
Right. Well, please don't. So if someone was listening to this and they think that this sounds like a cool thing to do, what do they do? What's the best way to make sure that you are able to, and I can think that some people could use this as an excuse not to answer the door if someone's trick-or-treating anyway, so there's your excuse. So if someone wants to see the Dizzy production of Blackness of Terror, what do they do?
So we have a number of pieces to share with listeners. So you want to be quick, and so all you need to do is simply text Gerard on 0468 893 452. And just text your name and that you're interested in attending, and we'll send you over a Zoom link.
Right, and just that number again?
It is 0468 893 452.
Great. Marlene, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and say g'day to Jessica for me as well.
Oh, I will. Thank you very much.
Jessica Van Herk there, playing Marlene, and that is one way to avoid all of the other things that will be happening with Halloween. I mentioned before, and Catherine shared this with us, the Department of Health and Human Services has guidelines on trick-or-treating for this year because it is going to be different from other years. So if you're interested in being involved with that, check it out. Of course, the safest thing you can do, I guess, is do your own Halloween thing within your own home with your own group. That's another way of doing it as well. A little later in the program,